Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to complete the timeline assignments for our New Mexico history class. You'll notice that I have the syllabus up here, so I'm going to just kind of start here and then show you how to best complete this assignment. What I'm going to do is scroll down to the section here that talks about unit assignments. I'm going to look at this paragraph that talks about the timeline assignments, and then I'm going to click on the link to the timeline assignments instructions or guidelines. Here you'll have all the information that you need, so please read through that. It explains in another way what I'm going to be showing you here. Also, I have corrected the password. It was incorrect at the beginning of the term, and I apologize for that. To access the course timeline, you can use this link right there. So we'll click on that. And here is our course timeline. Let me just log out of it to begin with, because when you first go to it, this is what you'll see. You won't be logged in. You'll get this Welcome to New Mexico History. You click Continue. And then to log into the course timeline, you put your cursor on the Login button, click that, and then type the credentials into the box. Please note we're doing the bmorgan19 with the password. I'll type it in for you. Capital H-I-S-T, so capital H, lowercase I-S-T, 2260. Then click Login. We're all going to be working on the same timeline. So what happens is that you see this screen next. You just need to scroll down just a little bit and click New Mexico History. And I apologize. I have stuff popping up here. There we go. So here's what you'll see. This is the timeline. It's completely blank right now. And I'm going to build one entry so you can see how it's done. You'll know you were logged in when you have this admin bar. You can just click on that. And if you need to have some of these admin instructions the first few times, that's fine. I like to turn them off because I kind of already know what's going on there. To make a new story, you click this plus create new story. So we'll do that. And what you need to do is when you decide what topic you're going to enter into the timeline, the very first thing you should do is come and enter it as a placeholder. So I know that I'm going to do the Bering Strait Land Bridge or Berignia, and so I'm going to have my title be the Bering Strait Land Bridge. You can also put in the date there, and I mean this is a big part of what we're doing on the timeline, is working on chronology and seeing how some things overlap. We'll also note that this Bering Strait Land Bridge, where I'm here in 11,000 BC, that's going to be kind of way out there compared to everything else. Most of what we'll do in the class will be focused on the period from about 1500 to the present. So this is sort of an outlier. There will be a few others as well. To enter a start date, you can just click this calendar. And what I'm going to do with this one, as you'll read in the mile, there are different theories about when people were crossing the land bridge. Some think that it started as early as 75,000 BCE. Others think it ended around 11,000 BCE or so. So there's some wiggle room in terms of the placement of this one. Just for the sake of not creating a huge outlier on our timeline, I'm going to just do it for the year of 11,000 BC. So I have this set for January 1st, 11,000 BC. Just clicked there. I can just click confirm. I need to put an end date in here as well. And I guess I could just leave it as January 1st because I'm explaining to you, what I'm doing. But I'm going to just put it for the year of 11,000 BC. So I'm going to click to December. And then I wanted you to note that if I clicked confirm right now, that won't actually change the date. You have to click on the calendar, click a date of a day on there. And now it's changed. You can see in the red below down here, it's changed to December 31st. Click confirm. All right, so right now I'm just going to save that. And actually, what I also want to do, where it says enter story info here, I'm going to put my name. And that's what you need to create a placeholder. Now you can leave the timeline and go back over here, look at the timeline assignment, look at what the guidelines are, and this example that I created is what I'm using right now to build this post. So You'll want to do this first. You'll want to create a document that you'll also upload to Blackboard in the timeline tab, and you'll have to go in and look for the exact place to put it once you get into the timeline tab. If you have any questions about that, let me know. You'll need to submit it to Blackboard and also on the timeline. By doing that, I will be sure to make sure that I find your work and you get credit for what you've done. So what I've done here is I followed all the guidelines in the assignment. I have my title. I have the time frame. So I also have my outside source, and I have a video image, or it's a video rather than an image. And here is my description. So what I've done is I've written about what this is, what some of the theories about it are. I've also referenced the mile as well as this outside source so that you can get kind of different perspectives than what we've been reading on this particular point. I've also tried to discuss the significance of Berignia to New Mexico history. And this is key. Make sure that you always discuss in specific terms the historical significance to New Mexico history of whatever it is that you're posting on. So I've done all that work. Now I just need to go and put it into the course timeline. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to do extra info first. I want to put the text in first. So I have my text box over here. I'm going to go back to my worksheet that I'm working from, and I'm just going to copy and paste all the text that I wrote. So there's Control-C and Control-V, copy it over. And there's all of the text. Now I can hit Save. I'm going to add the media. So you click Story Media right there in the center. You have to click Add New Media. I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to click here to add the source. Let me go back to my worksheet, and I will just copy that URL, and then I will paste it here. You don't need to do the thumb or the caption. Just click Save, and now you'll see that I have my video posted. The last thing to do is back in Basic Info. Here at the bottom is where you add your link to the outside source. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. And so I'm going to get my outside source link and put it in there. And click Save. Make sure you click Save every time. Now that I've saved it all, I can kind of get rid of that admin box, and I can go and look at what I've done here. Click More, and I'll see the title, my name. I can scroll down, see all the text. I can click Find Out More, and that will open up the source that I've linked to. And I can click to play my video. And I'm not actually going to play it. But again, make sure that your video or your image, whichever you've chosen, you can do either one, because some topics are more amenable to videos, others to images. Whichever you do, make sure it actually works, because some do and some don't. So if your video doesn't actually load, or your image, then you need to go and find a different one for the timeline. And that's really all there is to it. It's fairly simple. So please, I hope that this has helped. And if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to let me know.